dahil katatapos lang ng security meet doon sa Singapore, and let's try to discuss yung other effects pa niyan. So let's bring in sa ating pong discussion security analyst Chester Cabalsa. Welcome back to the Storycon, Chester.
Hi, Sir Jovi, Sir Ronald, Ma'am Ami.
Yeah.
Good afternoon,
Hi,
Chester.
Chester.
I'm sure si Ma'am Ami at saka si Ronald ay may mga ibang katanungan, pero I just want to start the conversation doon sa naghanap nga sa Singapore, and aside from kung ano yung parang tingin nyo sa naging performance sa Pangulo doon, ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, yung mga sinabi niya kung ano magiging effect nito afterwards. Go ahead, Sir Chester.
Yeah, of course, very intelligent yung sagot ng ating presidente. I think he laid down the core message to China, that tatlo yung nakikita kong core messages dito. One is, of course, we are protecting our sovereignty. And secondly, yung reshaping of the security landscape in the region. Iba yung sinasabi ni China na why are you inviting other powers in the region? And the president mentioned that the South China Sea is a global issue. It's not only a regional issue. At ang pinakamatinding mensahe niya is that don't ever kill any Filipino because that would start a war, something like that. So very strong yung kanyang pronouncement, which is, I think, very consistent ever since his first SONA, which I think we will hear again next month for the third SONA.
Yes, sa SONA nga. Ma'am Ami.
Chester, maraming na-impress doon sa speech ni President Marcos, his delivery, his answers. Pero ang audience nan mainly ASEAN, di ba? You think na bibili ng ASEAN yung kanyang mga argumento, his position, our position, in fact, in the South China Sea. What do you think will be the impact on ASEAN?
Very nice question. I think it's a reflection in a way of rethinking for ASEAN. Kasi yung kanyang sinasabi doon is we are now searching the ASEAN centrality. And that was also the question of the Chinese general. How come that you are invoking ASEAN centrality tapos nag-iimbita ka naman ng mga ibang kapangyarihan? Yun yung question mark doon. But the president was very clever enough, and tama yung kanyang observation na while we are upholding ASEAN centrality, but we have to be realistic that the region has the region's architecture, security architecture has changed. At sinasabi niya, nandito na yung mga American, European, and powers, because definitely our region now is the center of the world, kaya talaga nangyayari yung ganyan.
Pero di ba delikado pag in-invoke mo yung ASEAN centrality? Lalo na ngayon na medyo nag-iisa tayo sa ASEAN na nag-i-scale up ng criticism sa China.
That is also one thing that we should observe. Remember, the father of the president representing the Philippines was a co-founder of ASEAN. Nung binuo po nila yan, ang spirit of the law is for ASEAN countries to work together. And it just so happens right now that we have one strong regional issue, which is maritime security, and that is the South China Sea. At yun dapat ina-address ng ASEAN. Alam naman natin ng ASEAN way, yung kultura is non-intervention and consensus. Kaya hindi natin nakukuha yung mga kapitbahay natin because of those two traditional ways of resolving the problem. Maganda na inilatag ng presidente natin yun para mag-reflect yung mga kapwa leaders niya. So that what would be the role of ASEAN now, because ASEAN currently and in the future will play a major role. Tayo yung magiging next European Union kasi sa buong mundo eh. If our region becomes the center of the world now, then definitely things will change in terms of how we decide. And at the same time, yung mga global issues which are laid down in a regional setting, kailangan mag-act together yung mga kapitbahay natin. Otherwise, lalamunin lang tayo ni China and some other global powers.
Na-monitor mo ba, Chester, yung statement ni former Singaporean Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong at saka si Anwar Ibrahim nitong nakaraang mga buwan? Very very critical sa atin eh. Ngayon ko lang nakita ang Malaysia at saka Singapore na kinikriticize tayo ng ganong katindi.
Agree.
Na dinadala daw natin sa
Kapahamakan.
possibility ng kapahamakan o gera yung rehiyon, no? Not that I agree with them, no. Nagulat lang ako na ngayon lang may nagsabi ng mga kasama natin sa ASEAN na dati ay hindi naman ganoon ang posisyon. Halimbawa si Mahathir, no, hindi ganoon ang posisyon. Pero ngayon si Anwar Ibrahim at saka si Lee Hsien Loong, to some extent si Widodo pero hindi na siya presidente at least until October, ay medyo nagbago yung kanilang tono. Kaya baka kinakailangan marami pa tayong gawin sa ASEAN para makumbinsi natin yung ating mga neighbors, no?
Right. If you ask, yung survey ngayon, 9 out of 10 ASEAN countries, pumapanig sila sa ekonomiya ng China. Well, we have Balancing Act, yung sinasabi nilang hedging strategy. I think those are common right now in ASEAN. I would remember, kaya ganyan ang position ni Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia because of the economic dependence with China. Remember, back in 2015, umiikot ako sa ASEAN, no? Yung Indonesia, wala pang MRT yan noon, wala pang railway. Ngayon, meron sila because of China money. Same as to with, understandably, yung Singapore, kaya ganun yung position niya kasi majority of their population are Chinese descent. Same as to with Malaysia, no? Ako last time ng isang forum with the diplomatic corps, nag-host ako at sinasabi rin ng Malaysia yung ASEAN neutrality. They wanted that ASEAN should become neutral in terms of the hegemonic power play of the US and China. Kasi ngayon nag-lay down na tayo ng ating guard. And for sure, yung Washington consensus very strong sa atin, which we will still see what will happen also come November kasi magkakaroon sila ng election din doon. If Trump wins, we still do not know kung he will continue this support with the EDCA side and of course yung Indo-Pacific strategy. We'll see what happens later on. The China is very consistent in terms of their economic support to the region, kaya ganun na lamang yung pakikialam niya sa region because of course right now I would say that the region is polarized.
Yes. Yan ang nga babanggitin ko actually eh. Hindi pa naman tayo actually sinuportahan fully ng ASEAN in this controversy. No? At saka, Ronald, it's not the first time na kinikriticize ang Pilipinas ng Malaysia and Singapore. I remember nung panahon ni Cory Aquino, nagko-cover ako sa kanya eh. Openly, kinikriticize si Cory. Saka too much democracy daw tayo, yung Malaysia and Singapore. Para ginagawa pang ayan ang nangyayari kapag sobrang demokrasya yan, ang sinasabi nila noon, openly.
Ironically, Ami.
Natatandaan ko yan.
Yeah.
Pero of course, it's good to get support from ASEAN,
Neighboring
pero should
countries.
we actually expect too much from the grouping in this controversy sa South China Sea?
Nung panahon kasi ni Mahathir, no, before dito kay Anwar Ibrahim at saka yung isa pa na predecessor niya, ay very critical si Mahathir dun sa China. At parang binawi nga niya yung mga big ticket projects nung kanyang predecessor, si Najib. At yung kanyang finance minister, si Lim Guan Eng, ay naban sa China. Siya yung naging fall guy ni Mahathir. Kaya medyo nagbago nung panahon ni Anwar Ibrahim. Si Lee Hsien Loong, medyo nagsiswing yan eh. Dahil malaking bahagi, if not most of the military infrastructure ng Singapore or even Malaysia ay galing sa US or sa mga allies ng US. Kaya medyo depende sa klima, nagbabago yung klima sa Singapore, no? Pero yung Indonesia, at least nung panahon ni Widodo, nagpapasabog pa yan eh. 'Di ba? Ng mga Chinese
Yes.
vessels na nahuhuli nila. Ito
Foreign vessels.
si Parabowo ay medyo question mark pa, no? Dahil mag-a-assume pa lang siya this October.
Pero bringing back Ma'am Ami's question, kay Chester, kung are we expecting too much from our neighboring countries sa issue na ito? Any reaction, Chester?
Well, remember in 2013, we appealed to ASEAN to help us with the West Philippine Sea issue. Kasi nagkaroon ng Scarborough standoff 2012. Inisnab tayo ni ASEAN. That's the reason why that's the reason why we went to United Nations, no? At in 2013 we filed the case against China. 3 years after 2016 nanalo tayo. But we will maintain neutrality. That was their response. At maganda rin na umiikot si Pangulong Marcos ngayon in ASEAN. Unang pinuntahan niya when he became the president was Indonesia, under Widodo pa. And of course, may bagong presidente na si Indonesia. Titingnan natin later on yung foreign policy niya. Same as true with Singapore, may bagong presidente sila, si Lawrence. Medyo hindi pa malinaw yung kanyang policy. Last time nagpunta si Anwar dito sa Manila, although supportive naman siya sa Pilipinas, pero pagdating sa economics with China, medyo hindi malinaw din yung kanyang sagot because of course, we could understand dahil may ethnic minority din doon sa Malaysia. That's the reason why in ASEAN, si Vietnam lang yung strategic partner natin militarily because we have common experience with China and common interest. Yun yung napapansin natin. There's also a possibility that Vietnam will replicate also what the Philippines is doing. Pero ang pinagkaiba ni Vietnam, last year, they were able to invite both Beijing and Washington in Hanoi. No? Ibig sabihin, umaling sila sa diplomatic skills nila. So where is the Philippines now? Kasi mukhang we are the last man standing when it comes to maritime security because we are a bearer and champion of maritime rules-based norms. Ang reason kung bakit malakas si Manila, si Philippines, because of our widening diplomatic network. Akalain mo ngayon, you have 14 countries that observed us in the last Balikatan exercises. First time nangyari yun. Tapos si France, si Japan, gustong mag-force that defense agreement with us on visiting forces agreement. Aside from we had already with the US and Australia. Ibig sabihin, kahit hindi tayo sinusuportahan ni ASEAN ngayon, ang buong mundo naniniwala sa atin. Gusto nilang makipag strategic partner and ally sa atin. So I think ASEAN will just be there. I don't know in the future kung yung mga future leaders natin will also think of like a version of a Brexit from ASEAN. I don't know how would you call that, Manila exiting from ASEAN, kung patuloy na hindi tayo susuportahan sa maritime security natin when it comes to the West Philippine Sea. Because I think yung tatakbong mga leaders by next year, in 2025, in 2028, and in the future, gagamitin talagang campaign tool itong West Philippine Sea.
Agree ako
And
sa'yo.
if they will not support the West Philippines Sea, mukhang hindi rin sila mananalo.
Agree ako sa iyo, Chester, na isang strong point natin dito ay yung ini-invoke ni President Bongbong, yung freedom of navigation. Dahil
Right.
yung ating West Philippine Sea issue, may several claimants din yan na nagtutunggal yan eh. Pero yung freedom of navigation, lalo na sa high seas, ay napaka-compelling para sa buong mundo. Dahil nga 30% ng global trade dyan dumadaan eh. Hindi naman 50%, mga less than 30% ay dyan dumadaan. Pero baka wag natin masyadong gamitin yung ASEAN centrality dahil baka magamit laban sa atin ng China. No? Kaya okay na yon nakapag nabanggit na natin. Pero baka iwasan natin gamitin ng mas madalas. Kahit alam naman natin yung role ng ASEAN and its limit. Dahil gagamitin ng China yan definitely. Katulad nung ginawa nila dun sa Shangri-La Forum.
Yeah. Yes, for
In
sure, they
fact,
will
one
have
of
an
the
upper
reasons
hand.
nga, I think na lalong lumalapit tong gobyerno natin sa US and its allies kasi nga kulang na suporta ng ASEAN. Di ba?
Yes, tama po kayo. Tama po kayo.
Okay?
Hindi pa naman bago kahit kailan yung posisyon ng ASEAN dyan eh. And it's interesting na you mention na baka mag-Brexit tayo kasi actually yung ibang institutions, ang classification sa Pilipinas, it's not even part of Southeast Asia, we're part of the Western Pacific. Tignan nyo.
Agree po.
Pacific
Kaya may
Island daw
Quad,
tingnan nila
diba?
sa atin eh.
Kaya nga sinasabi rin tayo dun sa Quad
Kaya-
and some other multilateral organizations
Yes.
kung saan malakas yung West. Kasi piniprefer nila na ang Philippines would belong to that association.
Okay.
Okay. With that, pasalamat muna tayo sa ating suki, ang ating security analyst po na si
Yes.
Mr. Chester Cabalsa. Chester, thank you.